Protesters gathering right now in front of the federal courthouse downtown following the leaked draft opinion from the Supreme Court. This is a live look from Sky 12. The court's ruling on an abortion case wasn't expected for a couple more months, but now with this leak, it's suggesting that the High Court is set to overturn the landmark 1973 Roe Versus Wade case.
That's the case that legalized abortion in the United States. Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts confirmed the authenticity of the leaked document, calling it an egregious breach of trust. He said that no final decision had been reached by the court, but the leak had sparked concerns with abortion rights advocates that the end of a woman's right to choose could be looming.
Now, in all the conversations today about this Supreme Court leak, you've likely heard about trigger laws. 13 states have them, including Texas. So what are these and how do they work in this case? We thought that needed some explanation. Think of a trigger law as a just-in-case strategy. It's a way for states to automatically change their laws based on what happens at the federal level.
A trigger law actually is a law that's passed by a legislature that goes into effect if or when the Supreme Court or the federal government changes a law.
So in this case, in Texas, it means that if the Supreme Court overturns Roe versus Wade,
then 30 days after that ruling, automatic law goes into place saying that all abortions are banned in the state of Texas.
This abortion trigger law has been on the books since last summer after Governor Greg Abbott signed House Bill 1280. It came out of the same legislature that passed SB 8, the controversial law banning Texas abortions after 6 weeks. 13 states have trigger laws related to abortion, and most of those, like Texas, have their own abortion restrictions in place.
Legislators, particularly in those red states that have been trying to oppose abortion, have knowingly passed these things with the intent, or really a hope as much as anything else, or a wish that the Supreme Court would shift toward a more conservative view. And so they bid their time, basically.
This is not the first trigger law in Texas. Lawmakers passed one related to the Affordable Care Act, hoping the Supreme Court would strike down President Obama's plan. There was even a trigger law related to the national speed limit in the early 1990s.
Texas had a law in the books that said once the national mandatory speed limit is repealed, it literally triggered overnight the lifting of the speed limits and sending the state transportation department out to actually change the sign.
Now the whole country waits for signs of the highest court's official ruling.
What the court is saying in this draft, if it remains the same, is that the Constitution does not protect abortion. It's up to the states.
A lot of questions here, but then there are those that center around the political and legal implications of the High Court's anticipated ruling on this. We're going to talk about what this could mean for American and Texas politics in our KSAT Q&A coming up at 6:30.